Is Will Smith still cool?
Is Will Smith still cool?
All right. Byrne, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great, Maddie. I'm doing great. What an incredible question. I mean,
Fantastic.
talk about a guy who hits close to our hearts. Kids as kids watching The Fresh Prince, to adults watching him slap Chris Rock on stage and everything in between. Will Smith has been a staple in pop culture for our entire lives. And quite frankly, I'm pretty interested to hear what AI has to say about this.
Honestly, I'm baffled. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you could go with this, and I'm interested to see what AI will say. But I think, honestly, I don't know. I just don't know, because there was a time where he was cool, but then when it became cool to be the bad boy and curse in your records, he became not cool. But he was still, since we're from like Philly guys, he's always been cool just because he's a Philly guy, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, you can talk about, just look at his movie career. Like we got fun romps like Independence Day and Wild Wild West. We got more serious stuff that's kind of thrillery. Enemy of the State was really good. And then we have like some legit Oscar flicks like Ali, King Richard, Pursuit of Happiness. So I mean, just that one scene in Fresh Prince where he hugs Uncle Phil, I think is one of the best
Oh,
acting performances I've ever seen.
oh my God. When his dad bails on him for that trip and the dad wasn't going to tell him, and Phil was like, I'm not doing your dirty work for you anymore. He's like, come on, cut me a break. Blah, blah, blah. And then he left, and then, yeah, it's all cool, man. I don't need a dick. And then he wrote, oh my God, I get emotional just thinking about it. Great. That's great TV.
Phenomenal TV. So, I mean, there were points
Phenomenal.
in Will Smith's career where he could arguably have been the coolest. I mean, I think
Yeah.
I think Independence Day came out during the last season of The Fresh Prince. So at one point he's playing essentially himself on an autobiographical kind of show, just reimagining his life moving out to the West Coast, and also starring in the biggest action flick of the summer.
Yeah, not only was the movie a smash, but we get a young Vivica A. Fox.
And listen, everybody, if this is your first listen to a Working Perspectives podcast produced vehicle, or you're a longtime listener, we want to reinstate for the record. We are big old big fans of Vivica A. Fox, young, old, and everything in between.
Amen to that, sir. Amen to that. All right, so I've reached out to AI. I just want to let you know this, Byrne. Throughout its so for the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, not only does it arguably have the greatest theme song of all time. It's an argument there. Could be number one. Not honestly, I think so many people know it too. It's very. I mean, I don't know. The one Friends is a pretty popular theme song, but Fresh Prince is way up there. But throughout its original broadcast date, the season averaged around 20 million viewers per episode.
Monster numbers,
20,
monster numbers.
20 in mil an episode. It hit every demographic, black, white, you know what I mean? Like it hit every old, young, it hit every demographic. It was so good. Yeah. And it was the birth of hip hop culture in America was taking over. But okay. Are you ready to hear what AI has to say about Big Willie Style all up in it?
I can't wait to hear what AI has to say about Big Willie
Okay.
Style.
So for those listening, I'm using Gemini as our AI. Hello, Gemini. Thank you for being on the show. You know what? In the introduction, I should introduce Gemini as well.
That's true. If we're going to be referring to it as Gemini.
Yeah. So, okay. So Gemini here, aka AI, aka not Allen Iverson. I asked him, hello, Gemini, can you please tell me if the actor slash musician Will Smith is still cool? And then this is Gemini's response. He says, Will Smith's coolness is a matter of opinion and is definitely more divided these days. Here's a breakdown to help you form your own view. Before the slap, Will Smith was widely considered a cool and charismatic character. His music career was also successful. After the slap, the 2022 Oscars incident where he slapped Chris Rock tarnished his image for many. Some find it hard to separate him from the act. His current status: he's been keeping a low profile, focusing on family and avoiding media interactions. Whether he can regain his former status is yet to be seen. Career impact: he's resigned from the Academy and faced project delays, but the long-term impact remains to be seen. So thus far, let's talk about it. right? So AI says, God damn it, man. I'm disappointed with that. Can I be honest?
With AI's answer,
Yeah.
wishy-washy. It gave a wishy-washy answer. But I mean, as soon as AI says, like, listen, what we're really doing here is we're showing that AI doesn't have all the answers because AI, the first thing they said was depends on who you asked. Okay, cop out. You're asking us. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna give you we're gonna break it down. Like I think the idea is showing that AI is people are like AI is going to take over the world. It's going to take over the world. Like, is it? Or is it just going to be wishy-washy as a mofo?
I mean,
Working Perspectives Podcast presents Ask AI.